trying to get a different brush. Can't see.
For more than 80 years, Doris Ewing has made art wherever she finds herself. There are often animals there, and always flowers. Take East Tennessee, her home since 2012 when she emigrated from Central California. While Doris's watercolors of poppies, wine country valleys, and produce farms establish her for many as a California painter, she continues to express her love of growing things in multiple locations and media. Painter, designer, and gardener Doris Ewing was born in 1936 on a farm near Wasco, California, in the Central Valley's Kern County. In an old storeroom where her father kept farm equipment, 5-year-old Doris went to work.
It was so old that it was striped, I remember, but it was so old that it was just a kind of a beige color all over. So, I don't know, I had some piece of chalk or something and was drawing murals on the wall. And my sister, who's my younger sister, was 2.5 years younger than myself. And so she could do bunny rabbits. She could do bunny rabbit ears and 2 circles and make bunny rabbits on the bottom. And then I was trying to paint horses and unicorns and princesses on the top. And so we went all the way along this wall. So, anyway, those were my first wall murals.
In her early 30s, married and now with a young daughter and son, Doris opened her own gallery at the Old Fisherman's Wharf in Monterey. She took her paintings of owls and sandpipers to upscale restaurants in Carmel and Big Sur, where they sold right off the walls.
I've always painted flowers, always loved flowers. I like to paint iris. I love gladiolas.
And peonies.
The wildness of the petals. The petals are, and they have so many different varieties of them now.
In the 1970s, as California cuisine led the coastal tourism boom, Doris's keen sense of the marketplace led her once again organically to her next creative opportunity. A friend told her about a gardening job.
I was living in Carmel Valley then, and I had a huge yard and a tremendous amount of flowers, just flowers everywhere. I always loved to garden, and a big vegetable garden. And she said, why don't you become a gardener? And I said, oh, duh, who would hire a woman gardener? So I painted my thumb green. And went up to meet him and stuck my hand out and said, I'm Doris Ewing. He looked at my thumb and he said, is that for real? And I said, you better believe it, I can grow anything.
When the property was later purchased to make way for the luxurious 1,700-acre Carmel Valley Ranch Resort, the new owners had another opportunity for the gardener.
And she says, well, could you paint florals for us? And I said, well, of course, yes. So they commissioned me to paint 300 florals. And of course it was going to take time to do that, and the hotel was getting ready to open, so we picked out 3 paintings and made prints, and they framed and hung prints temporarily. And then as I painted paintings, they take away the print and put the originals. If you're spending, big bucks on a room and big bucks to play golf and have your friends there to play golf and all this thousands of dollars you're spending for a weekend. The people that own that hotel and the manager, they're going to really, if you really like a painting, they're going to sell it to you or they're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
But of course, they were paying me for them. I didn't care what they did to them.
Yeah.
So then they had the way the hotel was built, it had a huge gallery that you walked all the way down to get to the dining area and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And at first they had photographs of golf courses and stuff along there, which was, it was okay. But there was so many people interested in paintings that they said, why don't you hang your paintings here and you can sell them? And I said, fantastic. So I had an art gallery with people coming, new people every day. It was just fabulous. And I did just sell like hotcakes, and I sold so many paintings out of there that pretty soon I wasn't doing any to put in the rooms. I'm sorry to say, I never did my 300 for the rooms.
They asked Doris to design a line of dinnerware for the resort.
Enough
Then
they said,
the carpets.
Can you design the carpets, rugs and stuff to go on the floor? And I said, sure. So they were done in China. They were actually done in China, but I took the pattern. I didn't know. I'd never designed a rug before. So I just did a painting of what I wanted it to look like, the big rug.
Uh-huh.
And then the border prints on one other one had a border print around. And I just painted it full size on paper and then took it up, and they sent it all to China. And I thought, oh my God, I hope it turns out okay, because, it cost them a bloody fortune for those rugs.
By then, Doris had diversified. She traveled to Augusta, Georgia to teach flower arranging and painting to the wives of CEOs wooed to the PGA Resort by Merrill Lynch.
And the men would go to the golf course and watch the Augusta. But the women, most of them didn't care, unless they were hardcore golfers too. They didn't care about it. So I had all these women to entertain, and they all painted. They seemed to really enjoy it. There's nothing much to do in Augusta, so anyway, we stayed at a huge mansion, and I had a great huge room there for a workshop. And oh gosh, we had some fun times. And I would do floral arrangements for them, show them how to do floral arrangements, show them how
Today,
to paint.
Doris Ewing's works adorn thousands of walls over 30,000 square miles in this country. Connect them, and you have a map of the affluent garden and golf class in 20th century America. Through it all, her lifelong passion for flowers continues. Once retired to Grass Valley, California, Doris dealt with some health challenges.
I was working in my garden, and I raised up and I thought, ooh, I'm kind of dizzy. I was kind of dizzy. And so I thought, well, maybe I better go to the doctor about that. He said, we have to operate to put in a new valve. And I said, well, what if I just take it really easy and be really careful? Because I didn't go through open heart surgery. And he said, you'll be dead in a year.
Instead, she had the surgery and moved to Tennessee, where she lives with her daughter, Flanders, in this verdant atelier.
Oh my God, the Tennessee River, the first time I saw it. I loved Tennessee. I loved it. And was sorry. I thought, oh my God, I could have had a garden here and I'm hoping someone is going to make a rebloomer. They have reblooming iris now.
Long live the reblooming Doris Ewing.